So there's one important thing as we go through this market where it's really tough for buyers now. There for a while, we were just having to run and run and run and see things as they popped on the market, and that's still true. We still have the inventory shortage. We're still on the run. We're still running crazy. But one thing that kind of went by the wayside is that buyers were in such a hurry after they got pre-approved to get into a house that they were no longer interested in doing buyer counseling sessions. I definitely offer them. I believe in them. And here's why. Because if we're constantly running around, hopping from house to house to house, and we decide that we have to write a contract on a house right now or it will get away, that offer is going to take us a long time to get through because we've failed to discuss some very important points up front that will make that process of writing an offer go more quickly. So if you're a buyer and you haven't done a counseling session with your selling agent, with your buyer agent, this is a must. Because during a buyer counseling session, when I bring people into my office and we sit down and we look at the giant computer screen, I take them through their out-of-pocket expenses. I tell them what they can expect in the home buying process, and I actually take my clients through a contract so they can see the types of things that we'll be dealing with along the way and what they're committing themselves to. So if you have no idea what your out-of-pocket expenses are going to be in a real estate transaction, you could be in for a huge surprise when all of this starts and I start asking you for earnest money and start telling you your inspector is going to be between $500 and $600. And then I ask you if your loan officer has made you aware that your appraisal is going to be between $500 and $600. A lot of people are caught off guard by this. So these are things that as a new buyer you need to know. And even if you're a seasoned buyer, things have changed since the last time you bought a house, and they've changed big time. So any information that you can have up front as a buyer just puts you that much farther ahead. We also talk strategy about writing an offer so that you'll know what to expect there. I also, at the end, go through properties that are on the market. I pull them up and show you what's on the market, and we discuss the pros and cons of property and talk about how it's listed, some key words to look for, such as sold as is. If you're using government-backed financing, that may not work for you. And those are things that I take a look at when you send me a property. So it's very important to be a well-educated buyer, especially in this market. It's nothing that you want to skimp on. So if you haven't yet had a buyer counseling session with your buyer agent, you need to get in and immediately do that. I know that some of us are just out of practice or out of that habit, but that's something that's very beneficial and worthwhile. If you don't go through that process initially with your agent or catch up on it, you're always going to have uncertainty through one of the most important financial decisions of your life. So you'll have uncertainty at every step and you won't know quite what to expect next. So do yourself a huge favor, if you haven't already met with your buyer agent, to have a buyer counseling session and discuss what it's like to buy in this market. You need to do that ASAP. Don't waste another minute. So if you've got questions about this topic or anything else real estate related, you can always call me at 513-236-1254 or private message me. Love to talk to you about this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe. Thanks, bye.